Think about your life choices for a minute. They haven't worked. It's gonna be dangerous. Insanely stupid and lethal. Oh my gosh! Hello, hope you're well. Today is a very murky day here in the kitchen. It's very, very dark indeed. The kids have just gone to school. It's their first day back since Christmas. They've had like 2 weeks off and like everything's just But anyhow, it's all good here. I'm nice and bright and cheerful and happy and ready to serve up another dose and video for you. Let's roll back to 2018. How weird does that sound? Actually, only a week ago as I film this right now. But last year, we attempted to make our very own homemade cornflakes. We did a project on it. I did 3 different methods. It was kind of crazy, and I found one that worked a charm. There's a crunch. There's an innocence to it. Yeah, some of you guys were really loving that and trying it, so thanks to everyone that's tried any of my recipes. I love it when you do that. Remember to tag me on social media. I absolutely adore it, and it's the main reason why I do this. But you were like, Barry, you're the cereal killer, huh? This is great. Show us some more cereal. So there's things like Honey Nut Cornflakes you want to see, Cheerios, all that. But today, it's time for some snap, crackle, and pop action. We're going to make some homemade, or we're going to try Rice Krispies. Puffed rice. Ugh. Rice Krispies are one of my favourite cereals. There's something like a nice light innocence about them. They're toasted, but by my research so far, I've got 3 different methods to try. Only downside is it does take quite a long old time, doesn't it, folks? So we need to get cracking right away. It's the early bird catches the worm, the early bird catches the Rice Krispie. All right, if you Google how Rice Krispies are made, Kellogg's themselves have actually quite a nice video online. This is a rice farmer. That's quite a cool job, isn't it? But Kellogg's, like, they sort of tell you, like, they tell you roughly how they're done. This is crazy, right?
Using simple methods. In fact, the way we make Rice Krispies could be envisioned in your own kitchen.
It starts to tell you how you can do that. But if I was Snap, Crackle or Pop, I wouldn't tell you how to make it. I'm like, yeah, sure, here's our secret recipe, because I've seen blog posts of that, everyone's tried it, and it's rubbish. So I'm going to take my own kind of inspiration of what they've done, but then we've got 2 other versions. So let's try their version first. For that, we need a saucepan. Gonna need the big one later, you'll see why. 200 grams of rice. Alright, Rice Krispies on the way.
Could be envisioned in your own kitchen.
Right, so it's just rice in it at the moment, but remember what they said.
Cook it with sugar, salt, and malt flavoring.
We're gonna put malt flavouring, sugar and salt in with this now and cook it. Got it? The only problem is I don't really know how much. A good sprinkle of salt. A tablespoon of sugar, and this is the malt powder, which I am trying to crack homemade Maltesers. But that is all the ingredients they say go in there. Obviously there's no quantities to go by, so let's just keep cooking this up. Okay, so whilst that rice is down there just cooking away, this is the second version, which again is going to take a long time. This is just a genuine blog post paragraph that I found. I'll put it right here. As it turns out, and as you might have guessed, Kellogg's isn't going to divulge all the details of the production process in press materials, just like I said a moment ago. Even though Rice Krispies start out as rice, you aren't actually eating individual popped rice grains. The first step is to grind the rice into a paste with water, salt, sugar, malt, and vitamins. I ain't putting vitamins in. This slurry is then molded back into rice-shaped grains, which are rolled out and then cooked, dried, and toasted. Right. Okay, it's the same amount of rice, and apparently adding the moisture by doing it this way, I've no idea how I'm gonna shape them, actually helps steam it so they pop more when we fry them. Toast. So, gonna get like quite a high-powered blender thing and hope that this will turn it into a powder. Oh my gosh. Boom. Oh wow. That worked really well. We now add water, I don't know how much, to make a paste. Can you see it? It's clumped together. Brilliant, that is what we want. Feels a little bit like playing with sand on the beach at the moment. Yeah, that's a bit more pasty, but can I shape it? That ain't shaping at all. Oh no. So apparently, now it's a paste, I should be able to pick one up and shape. It is holding its shape a little better. Is that a Rice Krispie? Should we class that as a Rice Krispie? So you don't need to see this step. Basically what I'm gonna do is shape a fair few amount of Rice Krispie shapes out of this putty paste thing. A little update, the steps of rolling the paste stuff is really tricky. It's so powdery, look at this. It kind of holds together, but it's just so light and wants to fall apart. I've done one though. Lined tray, because we're going to dry it. I preheated my oven to 100 degrees C, so really low, because it's going to dry it out over 2 hours. But before that, this rice is cooked. Wow, that is a lot of rice. Just for my own curiosity, here's the pasted one and just some water. This is why I'm probably not going to boil it. I think it's just going to perish. See it? Oh, wow. I don't think this method's going to work. I mean, that and the fact that I don't actually have a rice mold. Huh? Where's a rice mold? So there's our rice. Wow. There's actually loads of it. This is great. I was worried that I wouldn't have that much. The important thing is to get it level. You know, if you cook things in the oven like vegetables, if you pile them on top of each other, they won't cook evenly and get charred. You want a nice, even, ideally flat level. I love how I'm talking about this as if I know what I'm doing. I'm going to leave this while I try and make a few more of the pasty ones. There are some like random chunks just in the tray though, so maybe I'll just scoop those out. You know, not bother with it. There we go. All right, so I've already put the pasty blob tray, that's the technical term, you see, in there, but there is our other rice going in. This is 2 hours. All right, do your thing. You know what else takes 2 hours, Boston? Homemade marshmallows take roughly 2 hours, folks, and I was hoping if we can pull this off, we can then make completely fresh from scratch Rice Krispie treat square things. Let's make marshmallows. This is how you do it. Grab yourself a jug, 200 mils of cold water. These are some gelatin leaves. This is just gonna soften, okay? 3 eggs, egg whites. Whisk them up. A lot of sugar. 300 mils of water, liquid glucose. Drop of vanilla extract. Just stir it together so the sugar dissolves. Candy thermometer, one of the best things for making sweets, caramels, jams, all that stuff. Got the temperatures up the side. We're taking it to 130 C. Which basically does translate to, especially in the world of hot sugar, which I think used to be a medieval torture thing, like, do not touch it. Like, be very careful with this step, okay? It's getting there, but you can see how hot that is already. 130 C. Boom. Right, take this off the heat. And think about your life choices for a minute. In all seriousness, look how dangerous that is. It wants to hurt you. I'm chucking in the water and the gelatin. It will bubble, so please be careful again. And then we'll just gently stir. And the heat that's in there, oh wow, look at that. It's gonna dissolve that gelatin. Just stir it through, it will calm down eventually. Oh, look at that, where have you gone? Just for a minute, get yourself the dish that your marshmallows are gonna set and cool into. We need to line it. Wrapmaster 3000 time, aka cling film. That'll do. Oh, I actually ended up putting another layer on there, but what the heck. So grab yourself a little bit of sunflower oil. We're gonna need a lot of that later on. So here is a mix of icing sugar and corn flour. We're gonna need the rest for the top, but we're just gonna, what the heck? Sorry. The really hot sugar gelatin mix, it's gonna bring it together. I put it into a jug to make it easier for this next step. Get that out of the way. Eggs were soft peaks, you want them hard peaks, stiff peaks, you know, tin peak. Right, now I've taken that down to the lowest setting because we're gonna carefully add in that mixture, which does look a little bit like a beer. Trust me, you don't wanna drink that, it's hot. And now I'm just gonna keep whisking for about 8 minutes, and as we do that, the gelatin mixture is gonna cool down and start to firm, begin the cooling process for the marshmallows. That's it. All right, hopefully you can see the trails it was leaving. It's noticeably thicker now. That has been actually 10 minutes, so whoa, in that goes. Oh yeah. Now we leave this for 2 hours. Ladies and gents, it's time. Let's turn this oven off. 2 hours on a nice low heat. I don't know what to, oh! Right, hopefully you can get a feel for what that's looking like. It's really crispy, and that's what we want. We really wanted to dry it out. As for this, don't really know. No, That's just like a rock hard powder. They haven't worked. Now with this one, I've actually scattered them around, so the slightly more dry ones, I think I'll go for these. They must have been stacked on top of each other a little bit. The white bits, I don't know, it's still just like normal rice, so we want these toasty ones. That needs to cool down, so I'm going to stick it in my garage for 10 minutes whilst I tell you about the last option. So the last one I'm going to try is the quickest of all. This is from a guy called The Fast Chef from 2 years ago. It's quite old school style video. And he basically chucks sushi rice, which is like a short grain rice, into really, really hot oil, like 230 degrees C. And then basically he's got puff rice. So if this works versus all the other methods, I'm gonna be like, wow, okay. There's no flavouring in there, it's just the rice. It's the comments in this video that are the worst though. People are saying didn't work, burnt house down as a joke. But then someone is actually saying that they actually literally did nearly burn their house down because if you watch that video, you'll see when he adds the rice in, the actual oil level with it being 230C goes so high, it's gonna be dangerous. So we'll do that last. We're gonna build up that oil temperature. All right, so this is sunflower oil, about an inch high of that, which is plenty enough. Quite a deep pan, so it should give us some allowance for that sushi rice in a bit. With the other ones, they use the sunflower oil too, but they're literally just as you drop it in and you see it sizzle for 5-10 minutes, that should create the puff. Just going back to that sushi rice method where it's 5 seconds in 230 degrees oil, I just checked the smoke point of sunflower oil and that's 227 degrees. So it wants me to take it beyond the smoke point, which is insanely stupid and lethal. I'm not gonna do that. So I'll probably cook that sushi rice method in the same oil lower, but obviously for longer than 5 seconds, and we'll just see if it works. Nutter. Okay, so this is one of those ones that we made from the paste. It feels more like a crouton now. Let's hope it doesn't dissolve. What? It's just sank. What? Why do you have to go Titanic on me? What's going on? It might brown quite quickly. Hang on, let's have a look. It's staying in one shit there. That's brown. Definitely not a Rice Krispie. All right, here is my nice and cold tray of dried out rice. It's hard to explain, but the dried out rice reminds me of when I was like a teenager and you get a Chinese takeaway and you kind of leave it out overnight. Next morning, yeah, you got like dried rice. That's basically what it's like. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's risen to the surface. And it's popped. Look, they're like little maggots. Let's get you out. I'm gonna lower a load in, but I'm gonna keep it in the sieve like that, okay? Wow, a little longer. No. I think I have to break it all up into individual clumps because it was much better when it was on its own. Whereas that's a big caterpillar of rice. This time I broke them up individually. Oh dear. What the heck is that? It's shrunk. This isn't working. No. Oh my gosh. No. So yeah, that didn't turn out too good either, look. It's basically like egg fried rice. The only chance we've got now is the sushi rice with that fairly dangerous straight in the pan method. Because I don't like how dangerous this is gonna get, I'm gonna take it and pour the oil straight out into a new pan with the sieve on. So the oil will go in there and the Rice Krispies will hopefully sit in there? I don't know, we've got nothing to lose. Okay, come on guys. Oh, it's getting bigger. Oh, it's starting to brown. Oh, come on. This has got to work. Nah, that's not working, is it? Yep, they look more like sesame seeds. Oh dear. No, not nice at all. They're boiled, dried and fried. Just rock hard. And they're extremely dangerous sushi when the colour looks good. No. It's been a heck of a shift so far. Marshmallows are set. Some more of that corn flour, ice and sugar mix. If you get a little bit on your knife, because it will get wet and sticky as you slice into it, keep adding it. But you can now slice this. There we go. Random shaped marshmallows. I'm going to use these to make the Rice Krispie treats with normal Rice Krispies. 3 tablespoons of butter. 300 grams of our homemade marshmallow. And I hope, notice that is the keyword after today, our homemade marshmallow will melt just like normal marshmallow. I mean, it should. All right, here we go. And these things are called Rice Krispies. Wow. Off the heat. Let that marshmallow and butter mixture coat. Oh my gosh. This could have been us. Push it straight into a lined tin. Oh, wow. Flatten it down. And my kids are going to love me for this. Okay, the Rice Krispies aren't homemade yet. I don't trust myself, but that's homemade marshmallow, okay? Is that good? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Right, the marshmallow's nailed. Tomorrow we'll have one last little go at making this work. Oh, it's Tetris. Or a graph of my success. Did it? Ugh. Good morning, folks. Last night, I'm not gonna lie, I dreamt I was a Rice Krispie. I've cooked so much rice, and this morning, 6 a.m, I've cooked up a batch of 3 more. We're gonna give this one more shot. So down here we have some long grain rice, we have some basmati rice, and we have some sushi rice, which I've cooked after washing it, and once it's cooked again, I've washed it again, but this is very, very sticky. It wants to hold its shape together. I don't think it's even worth proceeding with this because it just goes gummy like that. We're going to end up with massive Rice Krispies like this. I'm going for a non-fan oven, slightly lower temperature. I'm going to keep my eye on it a little bit. We're going to spread the rice out just a teeny weeny bit, make sure it's a single row, and we'll see what happens. We're having curries for the rest of the week. So that's going in normal non-fan oven. See the fan's not spinning? All right, see you in 2 hours. Okay, that has actually been 3 hours. The 2-hour bake with the fan off has actually helped a lot. You can see that both the rice, in fact they've merged a teeny bit, it's all good, but the colour, it's still what it was. It is hard still, but it's not browned and toasted too much. I'm excited. For one last time, let's try and make Rice Krispies. I think the sieve is the best way to keep it sort of within the vicinity. Actually, just put a couple in. Yeah, just see what happens. This is the long grain. Here we go. Not much happening. Come on, guys. No? Come on. Maybe about a bit. Ooh, it does look a bit puffed actually. I can hear it popping. A very gentle, just a couple of them. Actually, no, it looks just like rice. Oh, brilliant. I'm going to keep warming it till we get to about 225, I think. I'll go up to the smoking point. Because maybe it is that initial hit that goes that makes it explode. Because all it's doing is basically making homemade Chinese egg fried rice all the time. Right, so this oil with the sieve in it is at 220. See, I'm expecting some craziness. I want some excitement in my rice. Nothing's happening. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh. Forget the rice. Where are you? Forget the rice. It's popped. Yes. Yes. Look, there's little things swimming around. You know what? After all this, I think that fast chef guy might have been right. Blooming hot oil. But with the good ones, there's a lot of brown because I was too busy talking to you. But I think we've got 2 Rice Krispies. Small wins, people. I'm going to keep doing this for a bit. And if I can get a few, I think the long grain was better. Come on. Come on. There you go. Look. It's actually popping. Brilliant. There's loads in there now. Dangerous, but awesome. Look, you don't leave it in too long. Look, the ones at the bottom, they're like, no, save yourself. Women and children first. We're going to get brown and burnt. But there's a couple there. Oh, folks. Was this worth it? A question I've been asking myself for a few days now. I've gone through hell for this thing. I'm shoving it all in my sieve. And we'll leave the oil to cool down. Let's try and get some more out. We're going long grain and basmati all in. Just want a few more Rice Krispies. If I can get like 6, then that is good for a diet. I mean, it's January, everyone's having a diet, so, you know, just 6 Rice Krispies for breakfast. Here we go. Come on, let's get some puffage. I really want to see that puffage. Yes. Yes, yes. Guys, look at that. Holy schmoly. This is exceptional. I'm going out. There's too much. We have done it. There's my excited face. Yes! Like, no joke, I was so prepared to say this is one of my first ever proper fail videos. And I was going to ask you guys to make it, but there we go. So here we are then, folks. This is a standard looking Rice Krispie, all puffed up and looking gorgeous. This is the batch that we first used when we fried it on a lower temperature. You can see it's got browner outer sides on it. Not so good, but this is our puffed goodness. Of course, there's brown within it, but when you dig deep, you rummage through our little forage, you find some absolute gold. The only way to serve it up is in my little ketchup dipping pot. Sprinkle them in some milk from a jug from Mini Food. Sprinkling some sugar on with an 1/8 of a teaspoon measure. I just like sugar on my Rice Krispies. And also that 1/8 of a teaspoon measure, yeah, we used that for the paste. Remember that? That seems like only yesterday. That's because it was. So here it is. The smell, the malt particularly, and the sweetness from the sugar from when we driven that in when we boiled it up is awesome. And I am just relieved and happy and excited that we've got it to work. Looks like Rice Krispies. Oh! Whoops, I dropped one. I got like 10, I dropped one on the floor. Oh, a little bit more crunchier, a teeny bit sweeter, and I've got a real nice malt twang to it. There's almost like a sort of subtle popcorny vibe to it as well. Yeah. So, in conclusion, I gotta be honest, guys, I don't really want to be doing that again in a hurry, but you guys don't want to see Cheerios and Cocoa Pops and stuff. We did it. All right, just buy some Rice Krispies, okay? Unless it's a fun project. It's fun. If you want to do the homemade Rice Krispie treats with that, it's going to take a long, long time. But thanks for watching. A lesson in persistence, ladies and gentlemen. Right, have some cornflakes.
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Simon's moustache, goatee, maybe all three.